Here I am with Tim Cazeault as part of the Good Morning Gloucester Energy series. I've been slacking on this. Haven't really done any posts for the last year or so, but we were talking the other day, and the incentives are just over the top. But first of all, I should introduce you and a little bit of your background. You're from Gloucester. You're born in Gloucester.
Lifelong Gloucester resident.
Yep. You are the captain of the Gloucester High School football team in 1971.
Many years ago.
A lot of time. But you're still in good shape. Still in good shape.
You're very kind.
But you work, Cazeault Solar and Home is your company.
I own Cazeault Solar and Home.
Yeah. And you are, and it's based out of Gloucester. And how many installs last year did you do residential in Gloucester, Massachusetts? Or Cape
We
Ann?
did, in the North Shore, we did about 75 to 80 installs. The majority of those were on Cape Ann.
Yeah.
So probably 45 to 50 in the last year.
So I've talked to a couple different solar companies, and what is really cool about what you guys do, first of all, you're local, but one of the things I think is very important, because there's a lot of these like third parties selling solar and this, that, and the other thing.
Correct.
But you have a commitment to your customer that once they sign the document or whatever, within 60 days, they're up and running and generating power.
That's correct. You know, the way I look at it is the customer's making a sizable investment, affordable investment, but a sizable investment, and we want to shorten out that lead time. I'm hearing stories about competition taking 4, 5, 6 months to do an installation from start to turn on to commissioning. Our commitment to the client is 60 days from the time they say, let's get this done. We'll have it up and running and turned on. Of course, that's weather permitting, but we're generally meeting those commitments.
I saw you showed me a spreadsheet on
Yes.
for 18. Is this what you would consider an average home 18 panel system?
Yeah, on average, a system is about 18 panels, if there's ever such a thing as average.
Right.
What we're really trying to do is trying to zero out their electric bill, their escalating electric bill. So we need that electric bill to take to do the sizing and the analysis of the home, and we size the system accordingly, because at the end of the year we want that electric bill to say zero, or favorably have a slight credit for the client.
Right. And after you showed me all the tax credits that are available, and it's such a see. So I guess in the past couple months, I've seen you driving around town. You notice more and more houses with solar panels on them.
Correct. That's correct.
And there's a reason for it.
Yeah. Two things are driving solar. First of all, nationwide, we hit a milestone in the United States. We hit 1 million residential solar installs. Now, of that million, Massachusetts is the 4th largest, fastest growing state in the nation. And two things are driving Massachusetts solar investments, this incredible explosive growth. One is the escalating electric rates. A mere couple years ago, we were paying 13, 14 cents a kilowatt hour. Now, if you look at your bill, you're paying 24 cents a kilowatt hour. If your home's all electric, or a good portion of it's electric, you're trying to scale that cost down, which you have no control over. So our escalating electricity costs are driving it. The other thing that's driving the explosive solar industry, the incredible growth, is the incentives. 100% of a solar system should be paid for with state and federal money if it's priced correctly to the consumer, to the homeowner. And that's very important to us, that we make sure that we get a fast payback on incentives. So 100%, again, is paid for with state and federal money. It's very important that people comprehend and get the fact that if it's priced correctly, the payback on cash will be under 5 years, be in the 4th year. And that investment will double. You'll get all your money back in 4 or 5 years. And in 10, 11 years, you'll double your income. You'll double your investment. So solar is the only investment a business owner or a homeowner can make that not only saves money, it will actually pay you money. It pays you an income stream.
It's and in this day and age where banks, they actually cost you money to keep your money in a bank, but and there's no bonds are, you talk about 1%. There are with risk. This is a no risk, all reward proposition.
That's correct. all risk, no risk, all rewards. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not only that, but Massachusetts just recently rolled out a Massachusetts solar loan program to help folks that are struggling with the escalating electricity rates. They're a little bit concerned, and I don't want to speak for the state, but they're a little bit concerned about the escalating electricity rates and the huge increase of solar companies coming in from foreign states and foreign nations coming in trying to sell leases. They're a little bit worried about that SREC income, one of the incentives, being exported out of the state. So they've rolled out a Massachusetts solar loan program to help folks with this great investment, this incredible investment. The interest rates on those loans are under 3%. Could be as low as 1.5%. So a consumer going through the Massachusetts solar loan program will always be cash flow positive on a quarterly basis, meaning that amount of money is going to stay in their checkbook.
When we were going through, we were looking at like a spreadsheet of an average thing install, and the many numbers of credits, state and federal credits, and everything else like that. Your company also, you handle all like the paperwork, so that there's no. It's not some. It should not be a very worrisome, or you handle it, right?
Yeah, solar is on the install side somewhat complex, but for the consumer, for the homeowner, for the investor, we make it simple. Our goal is to make it as seamless for the client as possible. I think probably one of our best clients said it very well. He said, the only thing I had to do is get out of the way. So we want to make sure it's seamless. We want to do all the paperwork. We do everything from permitting, engineering, procurement, staging. We do all the installs, and not only that, after the installation we sit down with the homeowner, go through a debrief. We want to make sure it was a perfect experience or a very good experience for them, but we prepare the tax documents that they take to the tax preparer. So we want to make it very, very easy. Solar should be simple.
Can you just run down the numbers, general overview on that spreadsheet that you were showing me?
Sure. Show the spreadsheet?
Well, you don't have to show it, but just the percentages of what
Sure.
of on an install.
Yeah, if you take an average install,
Yep.
the state tax credit's about 15%. It's capped at $1,000. The federal tax credit for a consumer is 30%. Right, that can be incredibly a big piece of the investment. They get that naturally when they do their tax credits, tax filings at year end. So that's huge. The other things is the normal system is going to save them the electricity costs, so that stays in the checkbook. That payment stays in the checkbook. And then most importantly is the solar renewable energy credit. This has nothing to do with saving electricity. It is a cash reward to the homeowner or business owner for making an investment in solar. And a normal size system, you asked about a normal system size system will pay a homeowner $1,500 in cash each year for 10 years.
So say that when we were talking about this particular average 18 panel system, that after 4 years or so, it's all paid for. For the next 6 years, you're getting $1,500 a year in the SRAC credit.
Minimum, or on average, yes, you're right. $1,500 for the year 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's extra money, and that's how you double your investment. You can take that money and go on a little family vacation, ski trip, take it and spend it accordingly, or pay other bills.
Yeah. When we talk about no-brainers, this is absolute no-brainer. But I think like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, people like me were skeptical of wind energy and solar energy, thinking it was just for hardcore liberals that really didn't understand the numbers, but they just wanted to tell all their friends how environmentally friendly they are. But to a business person, and a person that tries to save money and stuff, that's the kind of decision that this is now. It's come to, with the tax credits and everything else, it's just sound financial. It
Correct.
Makes sense.
Correct. And remember, all those incentives now are in place, most all of those incentives. The SREC program will change as we go forward in the state, so it's important to make the investment as soon as possible. But the federal tax credit's here until the year 2020.
Yeah.
So solar is here to stay. It's robust. It's a $3 billion industry in the state of Massachusetts, employing thousands and thousands of employees.
Tim, how can people get in touch with you?
Certainly just call our local number. We're local here in Gloucester. You can call us at 978-281-4625, or you can go visit our website, okay, at www.cazeaultsolarandhome.com. That's cazeaultsolarhome.com.
And I'll put a link to it on the blog. Tim, thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate it, and hopefully we could save some people some money.
That's what it's all about. Not only do we want to save them money, we want to pay them money.
Local man doing good things for our community. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you. Good morning.